I'm sorry. The scale is very unbalanced when it comes down to what the media houses are putting out there to the people. The scale is way unbalanced, and we cannot have that because people need to have a free will and choice to choose. So you cannot hide, a certain kind of music and then just be pushing a certain kind of music. That's unfair. That's not fair. Where is the fairness in that?
Yeah, there is none. And that's what I really admire about so many of, the reggae and the dance hall artists that are going independent and not getting involved in that because they know that if they get involved at that
level. I have
to
take my hats off to those independent artists who have been fighting the fight and, not yielding to a lot of things that's going on out there. They stay in the course and putting in the work because there's a lot of work that needs to be done. But if we don't have, these stakeholders who are supposed to be playing a role, there's going to be hell to pay, and they know it.
Yes. And so, that's why we're seeing so much turbulence right now within the system itself.
The system is falling down because the people have suffered for far too long. The people have suffered for far too long, and we cannot allow these greedy, hungry, and conniving so-called people who care about us to continue going on living the way that they're living. They've been feeding off the flesh of the people, and it's time for that to stop.
I agree 100% with that. So, what I want to do is I actually want to play that song Transparency, give the people a taste of that. And then we'll come back and talk about it.
It is in my native tongue, which is the Jamaican patois. If there are persons out there who are capable of, understanding or deciphering the lyrics, then so be it. But if needs be, you can ask me questions after the song. Okay?
Okay, definitely. And I'm kind of at a little advantage over most of the listeners out there because my grandmother, she was from Mandeville, Jamaica.
Oh, blessings, man. Jamaica is a blessed place, Jamaica, I think Jamaica is a gift from the Most High, and we truly, love and respect that. Jamaica, I say Jamaica is the fatherland.
Yes,
yeah, man.
And I definitely got to get there. I've never had the opportunity to go there and see the homeland of my people. But I can just recall when I was younger, my great aunt Maida, she used to talk in that patois. So I still pick up on it at a pretty good level.
Great. Yeah, man. Blessings, my general.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and roll Transparency.
Is Commander Joe and for reproduction.
One thing we hear to the beat.
Feel free to sing along or comment as we're going, brother.
Son of boy can't style you.
Strong woman.
Yeah. You left him wealthy and lonely. What are them? You keep your head by your body. Yeah. Tell her waste boys if you keep him promise. Now I don't lift you no baggage. And you don't keep skeleton inside your closet. How do I go on each? Baby, you do them
Ravage.
Skeletons in the closet. I caught that.
Cause it is if it's city love. From a genuine you are gonna know. Feelings guide like money in a world. True colors, have you be the topic. Read the body language, cause you know novice. Baby, you do them damage. Simple things, them really matter. Don't need the Benz or the Beamer to catch up on the pulse or melon for the latest fashion. Time are you loving, that can't measure. Never bring your diamond on roses, they prefer you not run down ring.
Man, that's deep. I got to hit the people with a pull up on that. Pull up, we got to hear that again.
Commander Joe and for reproduction.
One thing we hear to the beat.
Oh, there's some very important stuff in that first verse. Pay attention, people.
You left him wealthy and lonely. What are them? They keep your head by your body. Tell her waste boys if you keep him promise. Now I don't lift you no baggage. And you don't keep them dummy. I want man now you happy. Trust me, baby, girl, you're much. Easy for city love. From it when you win it up, show. Cause it easy for city love.
Father.
No Ordinary
man,
King,
free up.
ladies and gentlemen.
Feeling sky like
Free Rastafari, man.
have to be the topic. Read the body language, cause you know no peace. Baby, you do them damage.
Rastafari, same way, cause Rastafari thing.
Don't need the Benz or the Machu cash up on the pulsar melon for the latest fashion. Time and you love it, that can't measure. No for bring you down on the road is the prefer. You know run down ring car, baby, you second. Don't need additives and no God bless you. The crosses and show them a blessing. Cause it easy for city love. From it genuine it official. Easy for city love. If you're not genuine you are gonna know. Feeling sky like money in a one. True colors have to be the topic. Read the body language. Call you none of these. Baby you do them damage. Enough for them a pretend. Pull up in a rental. Can't style you with the next girl. Baby, you fully focused, yeah. You're not cheap, Charlie, around. Like yes, sir. You know, get that ring, but you're king of it all. Your life full of light, you know, coming like custom. You a goodie, cut above yes. No, you're not circus in need of a clown. You keep your head by your body. Tell her waist boys if they keep it promise. Now I don't lift in a baggage. Don't keep skeleton inside your closet. How do I go manage? Baby, you do them damage. Baby, girl, you're much. Cause it's easy for city love. From it genuine it official. Easy for city love. If it's not genuine you are gonna know. Feeling sky like money in a one. True colors have to be the topic. Read the body language. Cause you know no peace. Baby you do them damage. Simple things, them really matter. Don't need the Benz or the Machu cash up on the pulsar melon for the latest fashion. Time and you loving.
Time and you loving.
No for bring you down on the road is the prefer. You no run down ring car, baby a second. Don't need additives and no God bless you. Dash the cross.
Dash the crosses and show them.
Easy for city love. From it genuine it official. Easy for city love. If it's not genuine you are gonna know. Feeling sky like money in a one. True colors have to be the topic. Read the body language, call you none of these. Baby, you do them damage. Enough for them a pretend. Pull up in a rental. Can't style you with the next girl. Baby, you fully focused, yeah. Baby, you fully focused, yeah. You know get a ring, but you're king of it all. Your life full of light, you know coming like custom. You a goodie, cut above your wrist. No, you're not circus.
Ladies and gentlemen, No Ordinary King inside the music with DJ Boozadelic and No Ordinary King.
Yes, sir.
All right, before we talk about the song and the lyrics, I just want to say that when I play that on my show, it gets major respect, man. People throwing up fire emojis saying tune. So big ups on that.
And as far as that is concerned, just the same, we respect that, and I hope that people truly listening to the words of the song in terms of interpretation, whatever it is that they can get from it. And like the song says, it is easy to see the love, and once it is genuine, you're gonna know, because you're gonna know if people just love you for material things or them love you genuinely. You know what I mean? And then you as an individual or as a person, you can take it from there, and move forward. Because a lot of the times when you find out that the equation is unbalanced between two people, then it's lifeless. It's pointless. You know what I mean? There's no love there. And that's where we grow old and wither and die, because we actually live in what we would call as hell. You know what I mean?
Yes, brother. I mean, exactly. And it's that point you said about balance. And, that is the key. That's what the universe is balance. That's what the, you have the yin and yang. It's just, you got to have everything alignment. You got to have the balance there to make sure the natural order flows smoothly.
Definitely. I mean, and not just like I said, it's not just, in a relationship in terms of with a man and a woman, we're talking about the balance in terms of, good, tipping the scale over the darkness, you know what I mean? And, wrong, right over wrong, and the list goes on. So really and truly, that is the perfect, that is truly the perfect balance, you know what I mean? Good always have to prevail over evil, you know what I mean? And like the general said before, David will always slew Goliath even in this modern day, you know what I mean?
Yes, all praise be to King Selassie, our Lord, the Lion of Judah, headline of Judah. So,
Alive and well, man. The king is alive and well, man. We give thanks and
yeah,
praises to the Most High One, you know what I mean? Blessings and
yes,
honor, glory and power be unto the Ancient of Days.
yes, So when I went ahead and pulled it, I wanted people to hear that lyric in there again when you said the simple things in life just don't seem to matter.
Simple things, those are the things that really matter. A woman, a real woman, because we have to separate. I think it's full time now that we as a people separate the real from the fake from the real. And a lot of the times, I think that, men get themselves involved with a lot of fake women who have the wrong agenda. And if it is about, love that is true, then it is the simple things in life. And once we take it from, that point of view, that is how we move forward in unification. And not just that, but also, a perfect order, really.
Yeah, that was a point we talked about in the beginning, man.
Definitely.
Yes.
And it keeps coming up. So obviously it's something that's supposed to get out there to the people.
Yeah. And so one of the things, I was thinking about is you hear this about the universe, the frequency of the universe is changing, and people that don't align themselves with that vibration are going to get left behind in this.
Obviously we see that is already, in motion. So what I would suggest is that, everybody just come together and let's get this thing done properly, and to prevent, the unnecessary drama and all of that. We just do what is right,
Yeah. And so, so I was thinking about how do we actually do this? And I think it's, it comes down to each individual. And one of the things I found myself doing is when I started spinning these records, I was primarily hip hop and funk. I love that music, but I used to always enjoy reggae music when I was in college. And when I got on UK radio and I found out how much the people in the UK and everywhere else loved it, I said, oh man. So I went from the hip hop gangster.
Let me say this. One of the things that we have to understand as a people, and we as a people, we know ourselves. We know ourselves as a people. We have to understand that. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, man. Sorry. Yeah. We as a people, we have to understand that, religion holds a lot of power in our society, and not just any religion. We're talking about the true believers in religion. They hold a lot of power. So, if we understand that we as a people, we would stop, running from that aspect of things, because that is an aspect that is very much important to our people, because we have a certain kind of power, but as a people, and I think it's time that we come together with the truth inside of what I would call religion, and what religious people out there hold as truth. Really, I think that it is full time that our people come to the understanding, all of our people come to the understanding, I would say all of humanity come to the understanding that the light and the darkness, the wrong and the right are both working together, really, because that's what it's about. We're supposed to learn from each other. That's what it's about, you know. We're supposed to learn from each other, and at the same time try to maintain a level of understanding that will help us to become better people, better humans, you know. But we certainly have to remain conscious of the leaders that, you know, are I would say governing the people, and also the soothsayers who are responsible for, you know, controlling certain aspects of, you know, human emotion and intelligence and feelings. And as far as that is concerned, they know themselves, you know. So I suggest that they all start doing what is right, and, you know, keep everything together and maintain a certain level of understanding right now.
Yes, that is never been more important than it is at a time like this. I mean, it's like you get to the point
I
where you don't
think,
even.
yeah, the originals have been rejecting themselves for far too long, you know.
Yes, exactly. So
It's all that's what's going on, you know.
yes, I want to go back to a point you were talking about, you know, the importance of the religion and you know, spirituality. And you know, when I look at overall religion, because we all know that religions are man-made, and you know, you got several, I don't even know how many religions you have across the world, but they all kind of go back to the original source, which
Like
goes
that's
into.
exactly that's what I said. It's about it's all about the originals. And once the originals understand that, you know, it's all them, then it makes everything much more clearer. And not just that, but you also know now that you are supposed to learn from those who are, you know, said to be oppressing us. But like I said, it is time for all of that to come to an end, and we now should be working together as a unit, because none is more than the other, and neither, you know, vice versa. So it's all, we are all in this thing together.
Yes. And, you know, the one positive thing I can see out of all this, it seems like a lot more people out there are starting to actually wake up and become conscious. And, you know, once they
It's
get to that
definitely
level, and you said something earlier about, you know, each one teaching and stuff, right? And so,
definitely
you know, you can learn something from, you know, somebody that can't even talk. You can learn something from somebody that might be that homeless guy on the street, because everybody is here to teach a certain lesson.
that's what I said, that, you know, but like I said, one of the most important things that we need to get rid of, you know, is corrupt leaders and politicians who have been, they, like I said, been feeding off the people for far too long now. And it's full time that, you know, that come to an end. And not just that, but the people also need to stop turning against themselves and stop fighting themselves, because we are also responsible as a people for what goes on in our nation, you know. And moving forward, it cannot be business as usual.
Right. So now I want to move into your other track, 365.
Exactly. Go
What
ahead.
is what's 365 about?
It's 1 year. 365, 365 days in the year, according to, you know, modern day days, and 60 seconds every minute, you know. We're constantly out there, but we also have to be conscious of, you know, losing ourselves sometimes in that chase. But that's one of the things that we touched on. You can play the track and we'll talk a little bit more about it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is DJ Boozadelic with Nordinary King. We're on Inside the Music, and we're getting deep into music and also some issues that exist within our society. So let's go ahead and listen to this track, 365.
3, 6, 5, 3. The man was straight like the ceiling on my pants length. Why can't program me real? Work from a small for the things when me own, so no girl can't style up a thing. We are no siren, so we no one. Nah sponge like the blind, nor the papa. Run the road like Jeremiah Carter. Nah stop a stop like a charter. Here my pocket them full about me still one brother. Doing it big, no never been a talker. Eddie work hard, so we work smarter. Make it bang a burn like a torture. 365, every 60. Hard end, so them can't fix me. Feel I'm a forward, back for me victory. History I make, and me hate as a weakness. As if we not smarty beat me. Quick, couple bricks with last kid. I couldn't weed them a try trick. All them a fight it, we continue rising. Mommy say you later go greater, just go and hold the fear. Hard times you face, it's only a phase and the fight where you're getting. It a go make you great, is a column you a belong when you done it can't shake. Hypocrite and them not change. Smile them fake, but them still come a heal. True to the meds are just energy them drain. So send them a Spain. 365, every 60. Hard years, so them can't fix me. Feel I'm a forward, back for me victory. History I make, and me hate as a weakness. As if we not smarty pitney. Quick, couple bricks with last kid. I couldn't weed them a try trick. All them a fight it, we continue rising. Blessings and birth and them know this. Not just bad mind people where you're blessed. Mentally we healthy, but them don't want see progress. When night turn day, I know for figure run where. Keep the aim in the cloud where the sky there. Soon start live like every day a Friday. Send money go to school and grow money wisely. Making money talk like my parents are Chinese. 365, every 60. Hard years, so them can't fix me. Feel I'm a forward, back for me victory. History I make, and me here cause I weakness. As if we not smarty pitney. Quick, couple bricks with last kid. I couldn't weed them a try trick. All them a fight it, we continue rising.
Inside the music with No Ordinary King. This is DJ Boozadelic. It's in here, No Ordinary King. And those two tracks that you heard, just blazing, but it's not just the music, it's the message behind them. Big up yourself, No Ordinary King.
Yeah, man, blessings and honor to, all those who tune in and taking in the reasoning and the vibration that is spreading out there across the entire globe, you know what I mean?
Yes, and I gotta big up some people, big up Tori, because she's the one that told me about you and linked us. And then
definitely, I want to say special. Well, obviously, we can see that it's not just it's not just a one-time thing, but this is I would call it a regular connection, same way with DJ Boozadelic and Empress Story, Commander Joe Production, and there's lots more people who is involved same way. But big up Commander Joe and Tory Production for making the connection. I think that definitely we can see the Most High working because he's connecting all of the dots, and his people are actually coming together. You know what I mean?
Yes, and Commando Joe family, man. It's like I just met the brother a couple of weeks ago through a phone call, and it's like I feel like we're brothers already, you know what I mean?
Definitely, Commander Joe is a militant soldier out there, you know what I mean? We respect and love Commander Joe because he's always looking out, for youths coming forward same way, and warriors of what we know as truth, you know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'd like to big up, we got a Key Shaw out there, and also big ups to my boy Winston Jackson, aka Monster Kid, and to my wife Nadine McDougal's checking with us. So you are listening to, or actually watching, my live interview on Inside the Music with No Ordinary King. So No Ordinary King, where do we go from here?
So the both of the songs that you just played, I think, is coming from a place within the journey that I was not at a certain level of vibration just yet, our consciousness as we call it, our understanding as well. So, the focus wasn't really on pressing issues, or, I would say the focus wasn't about uplifting so much about, than it was about spreading knowledge. But as far as moving forward is concerned, I am happy to say that we've experienced a revolution in terms of, mind frame, mindset, vibration. Everything moving forward is, above normal. And as the name suggests, it is no longer normal, you know.
Yes, I. So
So
well,
yes, yeah, there is, we wanted to share a 7-track EP with the people. But as far as that is concerned, I think that we need to be speaking on a lot of more pressing issues, as well as, putting in some music with that as well, because both of them go together. I think that we can reason with the people, and we can also reach out to them on that kind of vibration.
yes, definitely. And so one of the things that I don't think I asked you earlier is when you actually, how long ago did you actually start writing music? I mean, did you intend on it, or was it your level of consciousness that actually pushed you to express it in the form of music?
Like I said, one of the things that we were able to do really is to unlock a lot of potential within us. We're able to unlock, a vast majority, So I would say, when you ask me a question like that, the music it's been coming from a far away, and not just the music, but, we as an individual, as people of consciousness, as, it's coming from a far away. But as far as me personally, I took up the music, like I said, over some 10 years ago. I initially, initially, it didn't start like this, it was a process. It was a process for me, and I came a long way. There was a lot of people that helped me along the way, a lot of people helped me along the way. So there's a lot of people out there that, I need to get to and let them know that, your help was very much important to me on this journey. So, of course, we're doing this for them, and not just for them as well, but, for humanity overall. Yeah.
All right. Well, blessings. So if people want to like link up, network, or, find your stuff, how do they find you on social media?
It's Nordinary King on all the platforms, and we spell it like no, Nordinary, Nordinary King. Some people might know us as Sando. What we've done is we've closed down all of the music that we've put out there before. We've taken them back, and moving forward, we want to be putting fresh material out there to the people, material that's supposed to, allow the people to dig deeper inside of themselves, as far as, levels of consciousness is concerned, and just share more words, and works of truth, like Marcus Garvey had prophesied.
Okay, that's wonderful. So that about concludes today's episode of Inside the Music with No Ordinary King, our guest. So big up to No Ordinary King for taking the time to come to sit down and have this virtual conversation with the brother. One day, I know soon that I'll see you actually in the flesh. Look forward to that. And for those that are trying to get a hold of me, it's DJ Boozadelic across all the platforms. On Instagram, there is an underscore between DJ and Boozadelic. If you go on Linktree/DJ Boozadelic, you'll find links to all the radio stations that I'm on. I do this thing 5 days a week, y'all. So make sure you check us out. Thank you. Big up for coming and watching and joining us. And One love, everybody.
It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure. I always say much love and respect to the people who tuned in today. And I hope that, this message goes to the four corners, you know what I mean? So it's more love, more respect, you know what I mean? And more honor to the people. Rastafari bless.